I'm going to teach you how to make some Greek yogurt that tastes way better than what you're picking up at the supermarket, but also healthier with a higher protein count. All I'm going to do is add 1/2 gallon of whole milk to the Instapot. You can do this without an Instapot. It's real easy. You just Google how to make Greek yogurt at home without an Instapot, and the recipe comes up. Totally easy. Now you're just going to use a glass top, and then we're going to stick it on saute. Now we want to stir it often because milk will scorch quickly and stick to the bottom. And what I'm waiting for is for it to get to that milk's boiling point, which is 180 degrees. So I'll be checking the temperature often. So I get this milk because this is compostable. And I do reuse the jugs, but you can only reuse so many jugs. You know what I mean? So this is compostable and you can get it 1/2 gallon at a time. So I don't have to worry about the other half going bad because we don't drink milk, but we do eat Greek yogurt. I think it's time for a temperature check. This doesn't take long at all for the milk to get to temp. Okay, guys, this is at 180 degrees now. So we're just going to unplug it. I'm going to actually lift this out. This is an important step, and I forgot to do it one time. You wouldn't think so, but it is important. I'm going to go ahead and actually cover this because I want it to stay warm inside. And I'm even going to wrap a couple of towels around the Instapot to help it to stay warm. The milk has to cool to 110 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't want it to go below 110. It's going to take several minutes to do that, like 20 probably. So what you want to do is stir it. That's going to help it to cool off. Okay, let's check the temperature of our milk. Like I said, you don't want it to get below 110. So we're going to go ahead and check it. We're still at 140 degrees, guys. So what we can do to help move things along, you can actually just run some cold water in your sink. I only put it in the cold water up to about here. Stir it and check the temperature quick because once you do it, it cools down fast. So you don't want to just leave it in there. Once it is cool, you're going to be taking a couple of tablespoons of active yogurt. Okay. So you want yogurt as your starter for the yogurt that you're making. It's crazy, right? So if it's your first time, you're going to need to go buy some, like Phage is a good one. It has live active cultures in it. You're going to be putting a couple of tablespoons into a bowl. I have some already in here. And then I'll show you the next steps. But what's cool after the first time, you're going to have your active yogurt from now on from making your own yogurt. All righty, guys. So it is cooled down now. Now, what I did is I took the bowl that I had put the, couple big tablespoons of the active cultured yogurt in there. And I took some of this milk, warm milk, added it to it. Now I'm just whisking it so that it's nice and mixed. And then I'm going to pour it back into the main bowl. I'm going to give that a few stirs. Take the towels off here, take the lid off, put this back in where it's all nice and warm in there. Be sure and seal it. I'm going to wrap it all up in those towels, and then I'm going to put it over in the corner of my kitchen where it will sit for about 8 to 12 hours. Lucky for you guys, I've already had one in the fridge that sat overnight, put it in the fridge this morning. This is a strainer that I got from Amazon. It's just a yogurt strainer. And you see, you put it in here and it actually, this is whey. It strains the whey out of it, okay? It strains, the whey comes out. The whey can still be used. This is great. It's full of B vitamins. It's got some proteins in there, a little bit of carbohydrates. The majority of the carbohydrates from the milk or the sugars were eaten up by the active cultures. That's what they used for food. That's why yogurt should be lower in carbohydrates than milk. If it's a high carbohydrate yogurt, it's because they've added sugars and possibly fruits to it. All right. So this whey can be used. I give it to my dogs. They love it over their food. It can also be used for fertilizers for my tomatoes, or we can use it when we're making oatmeal or protein shakes, anything like that. But I want to show you this. This is the yogurt. Now, people ask me, what is the difference in Greek yogurt and regular yogurt? Greek yogurt is just strained longer. Okay. So this has been straining for about 3 hours now. I will leave it in there sometimes overnight to strain, and it really gets thick. And the thicker it gets, the more of that kind of tangy taste that Greek yogurt gets. But right now, I want to show you how I make this special for Michael. So for Michael's, I want it to have an even higher protein count. It already has 20 grams of protein per serving. All right. For him, he needs even more protein. Plus, he kind of has a baby mouth and he doesn't want to taste plain stuff. All right. He wants it all, like he said, souped up. So I don't add sugar to it. We don't do that. But what I do is I add 1 scoop of protein. So it's got, this is strawberry cream, I think, strawberry cream. And I put 1/2 packet of sugar-free Jell-O cheesecake pudding in there. This is a great way to get that protein in. And you can take this yogurt and actually use it to make some awesome shakes, smoothies, right? So that's his. I want to leave mine in there longer because I want it to get even thicker. It's going to go back in the fridge. And just to let you see how thick it gets, this is actually my yogurt, plain, that I have mixed up. See that? It's so good too. So I'm just going to take this, add in the protein. Oh, if I were to buy Greek yogurt, which we did a lot, and I got tired of not having anything to do with all the containers because, like I told you, I hate waste. So now I use the containers to put my own in, right? One of these would cost me about $5.50, $6. I can make 3 of these containers for half that of Greek yogurt. So it just makes sense to make your own when it's so easy, right? All right, so now I'm just going to take one of those containers that I'd saved from the others, put it in here, and now Michael will have his special souped up Greek yogurt, where he will have about 24 grams of protein per serving. That's good stuff. Good stuff. And it tastes great too. So it's just going to go back in the fridge. Michael eats his Greek yogurt on the sourdough pancakes when I make those. Or he'll actually just come in here and eat it right out of the container a lot because it really does taste great, guys.